Take a look at this toolbox on screen. It's basically an icon that I can move around like a floating widget. Now, you're probably wondering, what is this and where does it come from? What is the point of this? Well, if I click it, we now get a toolbox. And by the way, this can be anywhere you want on your screen. Okay, it can be left, right, wherever you want. Whenever you click it, it's going to open up. Even down here, it opens it up for you. So let me now show you what this does. I've looked at some previous snippets and tools that I created. One was the Audit, one was the page zoomer. I even had one for where you could view your CSS, your site settings, so you don't have to go and click the E and then click site settings and then go down to custom CSS. Was there a quicker way we could get to it? And I also introduced a snippet like a week ago or so, whereby you could see the pixel width and height, and you could resize your screen, or you could pick particular devices for your mobile. Well, I thought, why don't we just combine it all and add in some more extra details? You're going to love this. So when you add in the code snippet, this will be visible, but it's only visible on your admin editing screens. You won't see it on preview, and you won't see it when you're actually on a live website. But when you're editing with Elementor, you're now going to see this little toolbox. And remember, it's floating. You can move it around. Let's have a quick look. You got the Audit. I'm going to go over to the title and just move it around. And what this will now do is go through your website in terms of accessibility, a bit of SEO, in terms of structure, your landmarks, have you got multiple H1s? It will go through loads of stuff. Now click info. These are all the things it's checking. And by the way, if you're a little bit confused about what do you mean by no primary CTA, go and click it and we'll explain how it works. I'm just going to shrink this down for a moment. And by the way, it's known as the Elementor flight deck. I'm Imran from Web Squadron. So this is telling me that I've skipped a level. And can you see here, we've got H2 and H1. So what's happened is I've gone from a H2 to a H1, which is not the right hierarchical order if you're looking at HTML tags. And it does explain to you that because you've already got a H2, the recommendation is that you might want to turn it into a H3 instead. And you're also told here that if you do that and turn that into a H3, then this one down here should become a H4 because this heading is currently a H2. If you want to really quickly just check your website in terms of color contrast, and this is going to tell you where there are issues. For instance, over here, when I highlight this item, can you see it's highlighted the icon above and it's saying my text color or my background color isn't hitting the contrast ratio. So I may want to try a different text color or a different background color to hit the correct contrast ratio for WCAG 2.1 AA. Let me just close that down. But that was the Audit. Before you used to get a red button, now it's all within the tool case. We've also got the zoom. So I could now go and zoom in. Imagine this page is like 20 sections, right? And you now want to edit, but you don't just want to see 100 VH. I might go, okay, I want to see 300 VH. And I can still go in and start adding in widgets, editing all on the fly. And you got some preset values here for you, or you could just click 100 or just come out completely. And by the way, there is a reset button here. You click that and it will just basically reset everything. So that's the Audit and the page zoom. What about the CSS? Remember I said you go and click the E, then you click site settings, then you go to custom CSS. Now when I click that, it's just going to take me straight over. One click. I can now see my custom CSS. Now let me show you a really neat feature that you're going to adore. If I click this grid, it's going to show a grid. Now it's white lines and you might not see it clearly because of the color of my background. So I'm going to click this color pane and I'm going to make it be pink. And what this does is show me a grid that is 10 VW by 10 VH. If I was to go and change this to be 1 VW, can you see that? In fact, you don't even have to use VW. I could type in 25%, so we can now see what it's doing. I could even set the height to be 100 pixel. So it starts to give me like a grid layout. And at any time you want to reset it, just go and hit reset. So now you've got a grid because maybe you just want to check are things aligned, like look at these two buttons here. So there's your grid feature. And by the way, at any time you hit the little business suitcase icon, it reduces the flight deck down just to a floating icon that you can put wherever you want. So it's always now going to be over there in your top bar. Okay, we got the width and the height. We already know what that is, but I just want to demonstrate. Again, you go over to the mobile, you'll now see we get an extra pane over here. Look, it's not there for the desktop, but it appears on the mobile. I'm just going to move this over here. So if you want to drag the sides left or right, you can see the sizes are now changing. Or you could just go and manually type it in and it will adjust it. And by the way, whatever you have in there, you can switch it. That was a rubbish example. Let me just reset that. So look, if I now click that, that's your horizontal, that's your vertical. So you get to see how it's going to look. Or you could just go down here and you have a list of items. So I'm going to go with the iPhone 17. There's the size. Again, you can rearrange it or swap it over, or just go and reset it back to the default 360 by 736 that you get inside of Elementor. Please let me know in the comments if you're liking this so far. Let me go back over to the desktop because we're not done yet. There's still more to show you. What about the ruler? If I go and click that, I've now got a ruler. Look at this. You can start anywhere you want. So now if you want to start aligning things again, and by the way, you can shrink down the suitcase and you can still use the feature. You can go top, left, right, bottom. Maybe you're working on particular alignment. And if you want to get rid of any of these, just move your mouse over it and you can rearrange it or just double click it and it's gone. And it does tell you down here as well. So you get a tooltip. After you've dragged loads on, just hit the ruler and it's gone. Then we've got spacing. This is an interesting one as well. Can you see these two buttons? They're not aligned. They're the same size buttons. The difference is that this button has got 50 padding top and 30 at the bottom, whereas this button has got 60 at the top and 40 at the bottom. So there's a difference of 20 in total, but it's 10 at the top, 10 at the bottom. Watch this. When I click spacing, it now says click the first element. I'm going to click that one. Then it says click the second one. So I'm going to click that. And it says the difference is 30 in terms of the column spacing, but then it identifies it as 20 pixel difference and 10 from the vertical. So that's telling me somewhere I've got some settings added. Now, it isn't completely clear if it's your top or your bottom padding, and I tried to make this as intelligent as possible, but it's basically highlighting to you that there is a difference. That's the spacing. Then we got the tags. So when I click this now, can you see the tags? So this very quickly allows you to identify your tags. I should point out, as you probably noted, when you go to audit, it would have shown you that anyway. But if you didn't want to see the whole audit pane that we've got at the moment, just click the tags and they will appear. We've also got T size, T for typography. You click that and now you got your sizes. Some of these are using a font clamp. Some of them have got a fixed pixel or REM value entered. And look, if I go over to, say, the mobile, you can now see what the sizes are. In fact, when you increase or decrease the size of your screen, watch this one here. This has got a font clamp. If I do that, can you see it's grown to 4.67? I have zoomed in on my screen. If I hadn't zoomed in, like now, you'll see that's 5 REM and 5 REM, and that is currently 3.75. Let's just zoom back in. So this is going to allow me to see the sizes, but what if I've been messing around with families and now I'm worried I've got a mixture? Look at that, Arial in the WordPress menu. Apple system, that's your default system one. That will always appear in your top left corner. Arial, and this one down here, I've got the Times New Roman typography font family added. So really quickly, I can see details, like I said, spacing, ruler, width, height, your sizes, swap them over if you want. You can reset everything. You got your grid layout. I mean, this is crazy, right? Your grid layout, you go and set what your sizes and colors are. Jump over to the CSS site settings in one click. Go and zoom in and out. So maybe you want to edit loads of pages or get a feeling for what does it look like without having to go and do full page screenshot or something like that. And also you got your audit, the fact that you've got an alt text image, like look over here, but it's telling me the alt text description is missing. This is all possible with the Elementor flight deck. So how'd you get it? Link is in the video description. Go and click it, download, then unzip. Then I want you to go and get the code snippets plugin from the WordPress repository that you can get for free. What you want to do is go over to import and you want to drop the unzipped file or the JSON into here. When you've done that, you should see it over here. And what you may want to do is go and click edit, change the name if you want, and then save and activate. It really is that simple to use. So super proud of how I've been able to combine lots of previous snippets or tools I've done. And I've thought about what else could we do to make it easier for you to understand what you're building. And I think this ticks all the boxes. I'm Imran from Web Squadron. I would love to know in the comments what you think about this. Take care. See you soon. Bye.